Good morning. Welcome to week 3 of Discussion Forums, where today's topic evolves around primary sources that could enhance an introductory course for U.S. history. The focus of my discussion for this week could be considered a special topic in American history, for oftentimes it's overlooked in the grand scheme of the Revolutionary era. Rather than focusing on the mainstream topics associated with the American Revolution, I chose to dig into the Loyalist viewpoint in that ever changing revolutionary world. One of my favorite and most memorable books I have read concerning the revolutionary period lately is Maya Jasanoff's Liberty's Exiles, American Loyalists, and the Revolutionary World. This is the book itself. Very interesting read. If you get time, I would highly encourage you to read this. Um, in the book, Jasanoff explores the world of the Loyalists during the American Revolution and the war they fought aside from the mainstream war. Jasanoff says that historians estimate that between a fifth and a third of American colonists during this time remained loyal to the king, which is very interesting to me considering that oftentimes, as I said before, we don't even discuss the Loyalist cause. Um, this is an amazing statistic. Um, considering that most survey courses focus on the Patriots fighting against the oppressive British forces. Most of the Loyalists felt that the colonies were economically and strategically better off being a part of the British Empire rather than separating. To introduce and to solidify this train of thought to a survey class, I found two primary sources this week in the early American imprints collection that are of significant value when painting a picture of the Loyalists' cause. The first source was a letter that was written to the county seat of Queens County in December the 6th of 1775. Within this letter, the writer states that his grievances as to why the colony should remain loyal to the British Crown. And he expresses that if separation should come, there will be, quote, wounds inflicted that many years cannot heal, end quote. By the end of the letter, the reader is persuaded to believe that all intentions of the colonists to pursue independence from the crown is but of wicked intentions and void of truth. I feel that students reviewing this letter will find an opposing viewpoint to the mainstream Americanized view of the Revolution, giving them insight into that Loyalist cause. And then the second source I found for this week I thought would be useful to students is a letter that was published in response to Thomas Paine's Common Sense. There's a lot of focus on Paine's Common Sense in mainstream introductory courses to U.S. history. So to give them that opposing viewpoint, this letter, while it's short in appearance, it's a response to an example of a rebuttal to the Loyalist outcry in the aforementioned letter that I talked about. Because the Loyalists were often outspoken, sometimes articles would be published in response to their cries for loyalism to the crown. I feel this letter could be used as a comparison of ideology to help students grasp the two viewpoints associated with the independence movement that took place throughout the colonies, giving them a more well-rounded insight as to why colonists would want to remain loyal to Great Britain. So while this is a letter in response to Paine's Common Sense, it gives them a way to compare and contrast those two ideologies during the American Revolutionary period, giving them that better insight into the Loyalist cause. Again, while this is a special topic often not covered in mainstream U.S. history survey courses, I do feel it's necessary for students to explore the Loyalist causation in the colonies to get a well-rounded view of revolutionary America. The sources for this week allow students to compare and contrast two opposing viewpoints while getting an insight into the Loyalist cause. Thank you for viewing this week, and best of luck as you continue your journey in this course.